Hello, today my guest in my Carpathian farm is Professor Yeh from Taiwan.
Hello everyone, I'm Joyce Yeh. Chinese name is Yeh Hsiu-yen. You can call me Joyce.
We met in Torino in Terra Madre 2022 and we share a lot of interests. So Professor Yeh visited me and we're discussing about cooperation. And can you tell me something about what you do?
Okay, so we actually, because we have patience about wild food, and so we met in 2022, the conference, and we kept talking about and exchange idea about in Taiwan and in Poland and also in other parts of the world, how people eat the wild food and how people collect the traditional plants or fruits and make into table. And we also care about where food come from. So all this concern about food and food right and right food, and that bring me to visit Lucas, also professor in Poland.
So what are the issues of traditional food in Taiwan? I mean, what kind of nationalities live in Taiwan? Maybe you can tell us more about the nationalities living there.
Yeah, sure. I think for food issue, a lot of people now suffer from we lost our food tradition. For example, we lost our ancestor food, yeah, because everything is fast food. A lot of food are imported, a lot of food are industrialized. But so that's also same in Taiwan. We also some of the food become very westernized. Or for in Taiwan, there are 16 indigenous nations which being recognized by our government. So indigenous people also suffered from they lose their cultural roots, they lose their language, their culture, their ways of living. So that's one of the issue. And then I came to National Donghua University in 2004, and so I've been working with indigenous people for 20 years, and we've been fighting to bring their food sovereignty, their food rights back to their everyday life.
So does this university specialize in these indigenous groups?
Yes,
Or?
we are the first indigenous college in Taiwan, and especially that's attached to National University. And now we have other private university, they have indigenous college, but we are still have the long history. Our colleagues from different disciplines, anthropology, sociology, and history, and geography. So we have a different and even law and justice background, and in order to bring the indigenous issue and higher education. So the young people, they have both training. They have this academic training. They also can know how back to their own traditional like community and bring all the skill and knowledge together.
So let me interrupt you. So do they teach in indigenous languages at university?
Yes, we do. I belong to the Department of Ethnic Relation and Culture, but we also have other department which is Indigenous Languages and Media Studies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then they teach the language or they teach in the language? Can you have like a degree in an indigenous language in Taiwan?
Well, when you do, we have also some university. They have some master program. You can focus on study in indigenous language. You
Okay.
analysis that. But we
Okay.
also have like every freshman in our college, we need to pick up one indigenous language and to learn at least 1 year.
Okay, very good. So, do people in Taiwan collect wild food?
Oh yes, especially Banza Amis people to collect edible greens is one of their traditional ecology, and they know because they can identify what kind of plant can eat, whether they are edible or not, and also. It's not only in the forest, also in the sea, in the ocean, in the river, they
Uh-huh.
collect food.
So do they collect seaweed?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
And mushrooms?
Um, Mushroom, I have to say it's probably not that much because if you are not careful, then you might be eat something wrong. But we do, indigenous people, they use the dry wood and they grow mushrooms. So we don't go to collect the wild mushrooms.
And what struck me, because we went mushroom picking 2 days ago, and you said that the indigenous people in Taiwan are not allowed to collect mushrooms in the forest. How is it possible?
Okay, let me explain a little bit. So when I say that, that means it's in a national park. Because if the government, when they take the land and make that into national parks, which means it's national property, and then nobody, including indigenous people, you are allowed to collect any plants or woods from the national parks.
So what percentage of forest is national parks in Taiwan?
We have well, we have, I think we have 6. Well,
But
I'm not so
are there
sure.
forests where you can go and collect mushrooms? Are there some state forests that you can just go and,
Well, we
pick?
do have the forest and wild land, and you can go and like collect things. But then also most of the land in Taiwan, unless it's privatized, most of the forests belong to government.
Okay, so
Even it's not national park, that still belong to like a minister of forest.
so if the forest belongs to the state and is not a national park, are you allowed to collect mushrooms or not?
Well, yes, but collecting mushroom is in Taiwan is not like the national culture in Poland.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you collect.
Yeah, because you need to have a certain knowledge to know. It's
Okay.
like Amis people, they have knowledge to know whether the plants are edible or not.
Oh, let's go back to wild vegetables. So
Yes.
how would they prepare them? What would be the way of eating wild
Okay,
vegetables?
so for banzao or Amis people, the way they cook wild greens is they put everything into make one pot of hot soup. Yeah?
Okay.
So they will say they always put, oh, I will treat you 8 or 10 dishes, but actually it's only one soup because all the dishes, all the vegetables are in the soup.
Okay, so does it happen that they boil something, then they take the water out and put it in, or
No, they eat them
no, they
together.
just put it
But
together?
also, like sometimes they would eat like a salad, you know, and
Okay.
they prepare, clean it, and they probably just put a little bit salt. And even without salt, they can just eat raw like that. So eat the food itself. Yeah.
What kind of what kind of spices and condiments would they use for the soup?
Normally you put ginger. You put a
Okay.
little bit ginger, or sometimes when they cook those kind of wild green vegetable soup, they will sometimes they put like with pumpkins because pumpkin then you have that
What? Sorry?
pumpkin
I don't know it.
pumpkin with squash.
Oh,
It's,
pumpkin,
yeah,
yeah.
it's pumpkins. Yeah, so they put that, and sometimes they will put a little bit of dry fish too,
Okay.
or nothing, just the wild green veg. But they put ginger. They put ginger.
Do you
And
have wild ginger in Taiwan?
wild ginger, I think so. Yeah. But most of the time people
Cultivated.
people
And do you
cultivate.
use like galangal in
Yes,
Taiwanese
yes.
cooking? Yeah.
It's not like that many in like
Okay.
you use in
More
Thailand.
ginger, more ginger.
More ginger, garlic. Yeah.
More ginger and garlic, yeah. And the Sichuan pepper, do you use it?
Yeah, we use, well, you know,
Not the indigenous people, yeah.
we use all kinds of pepper, including a very special pepper we call mountain pepper, and in Ataya's language we call Macau.
Macau, yes.
Yeah,
I have to actually research it more, but I found its Latin name is Litsea cubeba. It's the Taiwanese mountain pepper, yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually, it's very popular now. And then also we have some kind of you know, like the xiangchun. I don't know how you say xiangchun.
It's the Tuna sinensis tree.
Okay, yeah.
And this is the Macau pepper, Litsea cubeba, Taiwanese mountain pepper. Tastes a bit like black pepper, actually. And do you do any research in other countries?
Yes, I do. I start when 2004 when I start teaching at my department. One of senior scholar anthropology, he really encouraged me to do North American Indian studies. At that time, very few people in Taiwan we do this research except literature people. So 2005, I went to America and traveling, and then I start doing focus on research on powwow, which is gathering together and then singing and dancing. So I did have a paper called Singing and Dancing Matters.
Beautiful title.
Thank you. Which is talking about how material cultures and how all this gathering is important to Native American Indians, because it's a way to perform their identity, and also it's a way for them to be proud of their own culture.
So do you have also such festivals in Taiwan, like people singing and dancing and serving traditional food?
Yes, we do. And actually, because that's related to millet, because millets, according to when they grow millets, you have different festivals. And the most important festival is the harvest festival. So that's normally because after you collect your harvest. So normally it's in the summer. So for Amis people, they have this harvest festival to show appreciation to the God, to all the people who help.
What is the date of this festival?
Well, it's not. It's always they have to discuss.
Okay.
It's not a fixed day. But normally, for example, I was being adapted to Eastern Lukai tribe in Taitung, Dalumak, and their festival is always the third weekend of July, which I can't attend this year. But that 2 days to show to the public. But before that, the village, the young people, women and men, they have to prepare almost the whole month for this kind of festival. But so behind things, people only see these 2 wonderful days. They dress up beautifully, they sing and then dance. But that is a very important education for bringing an Eastern Lukai. Yeah.
And I have a question. Are there any wild plants, wild foods which feature in traditional holidays? Like you have to eat a certain wild food on a particular holiday?
Every festival, I think in Taiwan, we do eat certain food, but it doesn't necessarily to be like a wild food.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, the Dragon Boat Festival, we eat this rice wrapped with the bamboo leaf. We call 粽子. So we eat that. And for the Chinese New Year, we eat the New Year cake, and it's steamed from rice. Yeah.
Okay.
So we do eat. Each festival, you have a particular food, get it together, and then Autumn Festival, we eat moon cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of religions are these ethnic groups? Are they Buddhist or do they have animistic beliefs?
That actually maybe you were surprised for indigenous people in Taiwan. I think 80% I can say they are Christianity.
Oh, Christian, yeah.
Yeah, because the missionary came and yeah.
What denomination of Christians?
Well, they have all kinds. Catholic and also
Protestant.
Yeah. So that's different. So maybe one village you have 4 different churches. Yeah.
Okay.
So religions is always a lot of people do research on indigenous religion because it's a very interesting phenomena and also issues. And also some of the they go to church and some of the ministers, some of the priests, they use traditional language to make the service. So that's how they can keep their traditional language. Yeah. So it's actually a very interesting phenomena. Yeah, it's not only religion. It's related to how contemporary indigenous society become who they are now. Yeah.
Okay. And another question, what do you think about Poland and Polish food and Polish nature?
Well, yeah, so far we have been here about 3 weeks, and because we are lucky because we have Polish friends to guide us to see things, to eat food, to collect wild mushroom like Lucas showed us. So I especially enjoy the forest, the nature, the culture, and also the warmest welcome from Polish people. And I think Poland, especially I traveled to 50 something country already, and I can tell Poland has a really great potential for develop tourism, and in a very special way. You can have a wild, you have a beautiful nature, and you have history, you have culture. So, and then you have wonderful, wonderful Polish food, which I enjoy a lot. So I'm sure Poland has a lot to offer, yeah, for people who want nature, culture, food, and stories, and all the even water sports or hiking in the mountain. So I highly recommend, if you got a chance, come and visit Poland, because you will find all what you want to see and experience.
Did
Thank you.
we visited a market, farmer's market yesterday.
Yeah.
What kind of wild products did you buy?
Oh, I bought some peaches and
These are not wild, they are
no.
cultivated.
Oh, I bought some mushrooms, of
Yeah, dried
course. Yes,
mushrooms.
I bought some dried mushrooms, and also I was the lady was kindly, because Lucas, yeah, she can recognize him, so she gave us some of the seeds. Yeah.
What is interesting is that, yeah, you were kind of fascinated that there were so many kinds of dried mushrooms. The one pile was Belize, was Boletus edulis, another was bay boletes, another was Scabra stalk boletes. So this tradition of collecting Boletaceae mushrooms is so strong in Poland, and people would actually
Yeah.
dry each species separately and then sell it in separate bags, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, we have tradition to eat dry mushroom in Taiwan. Yeah, because we love mushroom, and also the fresh mushroom when we eat hot pot, which is hot soup. We put a lot of mushroom, all kinds of mushroom together, with the to eat. So eating mushroom is not new to me, but to go to the woods to collect wild, to identify wild mushrooms and collect them, and then even cook them and dry them. It's very new experience to me, and I'm very, very happy I have this opportunity to do with Lucas.
And do you eat ferns in Taiwan?
Yes, we do. Especially again, I miss people. They know all kinds of different firms. Yeah.
So how would you think, how many species of ferns would they eat?
Oh,
Roughly.
I for this I couldn't really answer that, because
Okay.
I think also it's a different parts of the firm and different seasons,
Yeah.
because sometimes it's fresh. You only eat when it's fresh. So it's really hard for me. And by the way, I'm not botanist. I'm a sociology. So I can't really give you that exactly number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're
And
welcome. It's my pleasure to share my.
I hope one day I can come to Taiwan and
Yes, you are most
research wild
welcome.
foods in Taiwan.
Yes, welcome. And I will introduce you to my indigenous friends. I think they will love to see you and exchange the knowledge and wisdom with
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.